So right now, I just want to chill, right? I want to lay here in the sun, and I say I want to heal. But now there's something inside of me urging me on. And I felt this morning already. I mean, there was a reason why I cleaned my room, but then, I just continued to work because I realized if I start slacking off now, I don't know, somehow I just have to continue. So I could have said now I feel all holy and nice now and I'm in heaven. So I stopped drinking coffee and I slow down a bit. Well, I cannot slow down yet. There's still a lot I have to do. And then, of course, in a way, it's like mass production, right? I mean, I just produce videos to have done it. And then, of course, I'm afraid that I'm losing quality because I'm going for quantity. And this morning, I was talking with my mother and somehow we got to this topic of work. And I was reminded of that place I was working for as a chef. They said, oh, like we're mostly vegan, everything's organic, and, they were looking for some kind of hippie. So they just wanted to sell the brand, right? So what happened, I got to work for them, and I didn't really have a lot of experience cooking in kitchens, like, to sell food. I just know how to cook, like really nice stuff. But I only like to cook if I take my time. Of course I can do quick meals, but if I really cook for other people and I make meals for someone, I will put the love in it that I can. And now they were trying to pressure me, but somehow, if they want to worry, it's their problem. Like, if they don't like the way I cook, then they have to fire me. But the thing is, I'm somebody you want to have around. If you're trying to say, we're hippies because I kind of spread good mood and I look like a hippie or something. So, that's what they wanted to sell, only they weren't living it. So it was a lie. And of course, I started to realize that. And other people also started to realize that. Because they were asking the price for organic and vegan, but it wasn't organic, it was the cheapest shit you can get. And it wasn't local at all, it was just, warehouse stuff. And so, if they would have been what they said they were, they wouldn't have been concerned with me working slowly, because they would have seen me working with love. And then, the money shouldn't be too important, because you should focus on doing what you love. And if you hire people, you should focus on, them doing what they love. And that will, of course, mean they will be a bit slower than the competition, maybe. But they're going to, also deliver quality. And that's what I say. I mean, right now, of course, the quality I want to deliver, and that's maybe the thing, I still deliver kind of quality YouTube stuff, right? But then I have to focus also on my books, because on the long run, they're the stuff that's going to earn me money. So now I can feel bad about rushing through this YouTube stuff, but in a way, I mean, what do I care? People watch it, they don't watch it. But in the end, of course, in a way, it's just a form of advertisement. And so, yeah, of course, eventually I want people to buy my books. And to acknowledge that there's something that I'm teaching, but I cannot teach everything on YouTube, and that's why I write books. Because a book is from the beginning to the end. And you have to read all of it. And to work with that. And also the good thing is, if you're reading a book, you're reading it to yourself. Now I'm reading stuff to you. And I think it's too much distraction also. You're being distracted by who I am. And this is my advertisement for my books, of course. So if you read my books, they will guide you through a process. And, if you don't get anything out of them, well, continue to listen to my podcast or something. I mean, I believe that the book is going a bit more into depth. And the way I write is basically a lot of homework for you. So I believe if you really want to face your fears and grow spiritually and dissociate and all that kind of stuff, I believe that reading my books can help you in a more intense way than watching my YouTube videos can. Because in a way you could say I'm just doing this for fun. And that's why I just want to keep this off my back now. And that's why I'm just rushing through it, so I have the time to write books. And I think that's also why I basically finish now. And why today I could clean my room, because I'm more or less at the end of doing this. And then I can do other things. Because of course spirituality is nice, but if you want to spread it, you have to make some kind of product out of this. And you may not like that, but that's just how it is. If you want to spread the message, then don't be stupid. Like, make sure you make a living out of this. Because if you're just doing it on a sidetrack, then what does that mean for your own life? That just shows the position that your spiritual path has in your life as well. To me, this is devotion. I'm devoting myself to this truth, to live free, and to work in the way that I want to work. I am devoted to this. This is my path, and I'm walking it, although it's hard right now, right? So, of course it would be easier to work for somebody else. I mean, how many people think, oh, I would like to be self-employed, but they never have the balls to pull through. Well, I'm just showing to myself I can do it. And I have so many ideas, I could basically do anything. But this is what I chose. And this is what I feel like I can do. Because these are my skills. And so I contribute with my skills. I'm not trying to force myself. In a way, it's just letting go and accepting this is what I have to do in this life. And that's exactly why I don't want to work for people anymore. And I don't want to sell food, right? If I want to cook, then I cook. But I don't want to have money for that. Unless if people, maybe to say like, okay, you have to pay €5. That's the fee. Because I also have to get the ingredients or something. I don't know yet. But I will never have a restaurant like most people have. No, I think I will do something like invite people, come over for dinner, maybe once a month. But you cannot choose what to eat. I will cook and you will eat it. And probably you will help with the dishes later. Because the worst thing is if you invite people for food and they don't even ask you to help. So, if you come to eat my food, then you have to help. And if you feel like you didn't help today, then maybe you can donate some money. But, that's how I had it in South Africa, in bush camp. Sometimes I was cooking for 22 people and was making chapati for all of them. And maybe somebody helped me and made a sauce or something. And then some people just come, they eat, they clean their own plate and then they leave. I mean, what the fuck? That's how selfish some people are. I mean, you have to get that into your head. some people are really selfish. And if you allow them to be in your presence, then that's just your fault, because they're just gonna take advantage of you. And they're not gonna understand it. So you can go there and you can say, well, I mean, it's kind of weird, isn't it? You just take this for granted. Well, you offered it, so in a way, why do you complain? It's your fault. So either you want to give or you don't want to give. So that's of course also the other part. You know, I can rush through this now, because I set myself a goal. But in a way, I also have to stick with it. Because yes, earning money is important, but also recording quality videos in a way is also important. And that's then the kind of mindset you get into. Because you want to make more money and stuff, and then suddenly giving is not so important anymore. No, you want to receive. But that's again trying to escape from the place I'm in already. And in a way, that's then just my own greed. But to me, it's still just the point to continue with this until I'm done. Because that's just it. I said I wanted to do this, so I make sure that I somehow manage. You know, I already extended the time that I gave myself, and now I'll just see how far I will get. And that means today, yeah, I still have quite some videos to record. But how do I want to record them? In a rush? Or do I want to take the time? And sometimes we are getting into this, rushing it. But then we also start to get sloppy. And we stop enjoying it. And that's why right now I thought to end this video already, but then I thought, why? Just keep enjoying it. Because the day is still ahead of me, right? I can take the time. But that's also why the expectations I have directed towards me also have to be in line with my abilities, with my capabilities, and with the way I want to do it. So, I mean, you expected yourself to write a book in 1 year, and it took you 2 years. And then you can be disappointed. But I mean, you managed it in 2 years, right? It could have taken you 5 years. But then you know already, right? You wrote the first book, so now the second one maybe will be easier. But maybe it won't be, because you still have to go through a lot of stuff. Because then you will have a lot of expectations, like the second book has to be just as good. And I mean, that's of course hard too. So that's the place I'm in right now. Now I've written like 20 books or something, or 19. And now I'm stuck with one book because I think, shit, I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I have to do something else, because what I was doing, I can't continue to do it like that. So what do I do then? Maybe I'll do something else. But then, I just force myself to do something else. But why shouldn't it work for me anymore? What worked before? Because I actually enjoyed writing a book like this. I enjoyed it. But I thought it's not enough. Because, yeah, people are still not buying my books, and they'll get bored. But yeah, of course, I also have to have stuff to talk about. And then I'm writing a book about magic. So in a way, what do I want to say in there? Now I feel like I want to delete everything I wrote until now. So now I haven't worked in that book for a while. Now I have to get back to it. And maybe it would be better to delete everything. Because then I can say, okay, try figuring it out. Right? Try something else. Be courageous. Because yes, I can do all the time the same stuff, but I realized it started to bore me. And that means I have to change something, and that means I think I have to delete everything I wrote until now. Because actually, I want to try something else. I want to write stories, but I'm running away from that. Because it seems difficult, and I am afraid I'm not able to do this. But I think I just have to take time to do that. And it's important to take time to do things that are important to you. And to me then, it's important to write books, and also make sure that I manage to write stories. Because that's my goal. And I think that's the time now. But yeah, letting go of this. Letting go of the way you did things and used to do things is quite hard. And that takes courage. And courage you have in yourself. So to change your habits and stuff is difficult. Like, to go running every day is difficult. But you can if you want to. But it also has to be in line with actually what you want. Because if you just go running because you think it's healthy, you will be standing behind you with a whip because you have the feeling you still didn't do enough. I mean, to me, that's not the life I want to live. I don't want to go running every day just because it's healthy. No, I want to go because I feel like it. And I know I don't feel like it. Because it's like this fast-paced life. And I used to live that, running from one rush to another one. And that's kind of over for me. I'm not looking for highs that much anymore because I'm kind of leveled out, right? And that's what you're looking for. But then you first look for things that make you feel high. And of course, you learn then to be high on your own at some point. Awesome.